Do you know I almost died? And my first thought was, maybe you overheard the nurse say that, or maybe they thought he was under anesthesia, and he wasn't. But it wasn't until 4 months after we got out of the hospital that we finally listened to our son.
And that's where I got to see heaven. So Jesus and some angels came and pulled me up to heaven.
And I said, so Colton, what did Jesus look like?
I knew that the first person I saw was Jesus. He was wearing white robes with a purple sash.
I often daydream, what will it be like? Standing there at the pearly gates, ready to take mine. What will it feel like to feel nothing but love? Gone with all the hate as I ascend above. Will I see a bright light? Will I sprout wings like an angel and fly? I waited what seems a whole lifetime to see her. Will she look into my eyes and say, Mamma Mia? I really don't know just where to begin. So many questions, what, where, why, and when. Living in a world of corruption and lies. In a world of love, will I even know how to survive? Maybe I won't remember anything, I'll just know I'll walk the glow and walk down the streets of gold. All I know is that I can't wait. That's why I love to live my life in my faith.
Was it colorful or black and white?
It was colorful.
What kinds of colors?
Well, it's all the colors we have here on Earth, and then some more.
New colors. Wow. Are there many people in heaven?
Yes, there are a lot of people.
Does heaven look like Earth?
Will I stand in wonder listening to the angels sing? Will my eyes be blinded by the King of Kings? I tried to be a good person and live by a pledge. What will it be like to have given the knowledge and understanding of the whole universe? As I stand with God and watch my life in reverse, will my family stand all around me? And can my grandmother hold me and cover me? Will she introduce me to Him? Will He baptize me in the Spirit and take away my sins? Will I become just a soul, leaving my earthly body in a box buried in a hole? The rush to hide the feeling you must get, to lay your eyes on the magnificent. All I know is that I can't wait. That's why I love to live my life in my faith.
Was there music?
Yes.
The music that you hear in church? Trumpets? Symphonies? What kind of music?
It's hard to describe what sort of music when I was four at the time. But yeah, I heard a lot of stuff.
What you experienced as the light, did you feel you became one with it, or did you feel it was part of you, or how did you interact with it?
I did become one with the light. When it appeared, when it came into my field of vision and was kind of everywhere.
Will my aunt lead me to the other side? A kaleidoscope of colors, a collection of lights. Can I kick back with Bo one more time? Crack up, just reminisce about old times. What it must feel like when your mind ignites and you no longer got to struggle and fight. Standing in the presence of power and might. Ashamed of the fact I haven't always done things right. Thankful for a mom that raised me right. I knew how to get back on the path and follow the light. So when I hit the bottom, I just knew what to do. I walked through the doors and sat in a church pew. And that was the day I took back my life. Will I stand before them and point out that very night? All I know is that I can't wait. That's why I love to live my life in my faith.
Understand that Colton's descriptions are the descriptions of a little one. I've been to New York and I wondered, how do I describe this to people back in Nebraska? What a challenge. And so you have to understand the challenges that Colton faces, not only his age, but people say, well, how big is God? Well, who does he have to measure God against to even tell you how many feet tall he is? But, I look at Jesus when he says, well, Dad, Jesus is normal height, but he's taller than you, you're short, But if he has something to compare to, when he talks about Gabriel, he says, well, Dad, Gabriel's 1.5 times as tall as you, and Michael, he's twice as tall as you. But I'm something he can compare against. Who do you compare God the Father against? He says, Dad, he's so big, I almost can't remember seeing his face, but I kind of remember Gabriel being like a small version of God the Father. But when he's talking about the throne room of God, there's not a whole lot we have in Scripture, so I wanted to test what I knew, and it's like, well, you say Jesus sits by God. Which side? And he nails it. And then one of the things the Scripture's silent on is who's on the left side. And that's when I say, well, Colton, who's on the left side? And he looks at me and says, well, Dad, that's easy. Don't you know? And I'm like, I don't. He says, well, that's where Gabriel is.